What's up guys, my name's Local. I'm trying to reach RuneScape's endgame while juggling real-life responsibilities. From a full-time job to starting a family, my goal is to show how it's possible for anyone to accomplish their goals in RuneScape with a little bit of perseverance. Hello everyone and welcome back to the series. We've got an interesting one for you today. If you missed the end of my last episode, I was talking about how I actually went to Vegas for a show over the weekend, so I didn't have a ton of time to make a lot of progress on Leviathan, but I do have some footage of me attempting it on mobile, which is a lot more difficult than I thought it would be, so we will go over that here in a minute. But other than that, still making a little bit of progress on agility. As you can see, we are 99.9% of the way to level 98. So yeah, we're just about there. But I did actually have something interesting happen in my life that is actually going to throw a bit of a wrench in my plans. We'll talk about that in just a... There we go, level 98. Anyway, yeah, so I got a promotion at work. Which is pretty sweet, but I'm actually now in management, which means I'm not going to have nearly as much time to be on my phone. So today we're going to talk a little bit about how I'm going to make that work and maybe do a bit of a reassessment on our goals here. So let's get into it. All right, we got some mobile Leviathan. Let's give this a shot. Oh, definitely got to set up my quick prayers from the Calphite Queen. Give me 1 second. I'm going to do my best to commentate this while I'm doing it, but I got to remember to pray. Yeah, this is going to be tough. Definitely never done hardly any mobile PVM, and this is a tough boss to do it on, but hold on. Let me, I got to lock in here. 1 second. Dude, the lag spikes you get when doing this is so bad. I don't know how I'm gonna do on the phase right before the special attack. Oh, casted that an entire cycle too early. Let's get over there. Gotta eat a little bit. Getting stacked out here, man. Oh no. Wow, absolutely spooned on all the magic orbs. Okay, let's try this again. Nope, completely missed it. Alright, hold on, gotta adjust. Oh, I'm so cooked, boys. The fact that I'm doing this on my phone, too, not even an iPad. Oh, see ya. Alright, this is gonna take a little more practice than I thought, so let's give it another shot. Did I not click on the staff? No, I did. What the freak? Did I click on the tile behind the boss? What the freak happened there? Okay, there it goes again. What the freak is going on? Alright, finally figured it out. For some reason, when I die, the autocast for shadow bursts is not even applicable anymore, so I'd have to go in and reapply that. That's trash. So, what is this, 4th times the charm? Alright, so doing a bit of a voiceover now while I do this kill. So yeah, I want to talk a little bit about work, right? So, it was a crazy surprise, kind of out of nowhere. My manager got promoted to the next tier up, and the job actually opened up, and I was kind of first in line for it. I had actually applied for it back in August, but it was given to the person who was in the seat now, and they were like, yeah, like you were a very close second. So I hung around, bided my time, kept working. It worked out because I was definitely able to make a lot of progress, on my account. But yeah, so the job literally just opened up out of nowhere, and within 48 hours, like I had my interview that exact same day, and like no more than 48 hours later, I had the job. So I'm definitely very excited about it. It's very big for my family, because it obviously comes with a bit of a pay increase, and also obviously my responsibilities change a bit. So that, you know, that is a little bit of a blessing, a little bit of a curse, right? It's really nice because like I said in one of my previous videos, I'm in sales, so I don't have to make any more phone calls, which I'm very excited about. But obviously my time is going to be a lot more consumed by, you know, the actual work that I'm doing, because my work is just frankly going to be a lot more impactful going forward. So with that being said, I'm really hoping I take the reins here. You know, I'm in a bunch of trainings now, but I take the reins here on May 1st, actually. So this next Thursday, I believe it is. So I really hope that I can get to 99 agility by that point. Then maybe I can do some mining. We're really going to see how it goes. I'm going to try not to, you know, do as much at work, but really we're just going to have to see how it happens. If I can manage to get 99 agility, maybe do some mining. I was going to do construction, but I'm also a little worried about construction, like, because I want to do a rebuild, and if I have enough money for a rebuild, then I won't really have money to do things like construction or prayer or herb lore and all these other just really expensive skills. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure out exactly what the plan is gonna be. So yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. Let me know, guys. What do you think? Should I focus more on the rebuild, or should I focus on getting to max? Because I don't know. Frankly, like, getting to max sounds really nice, but the rebuild sounds way more exciting, right? So I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. But in the meantime, yeah, we're getting a lot better at mobile here. You know, I just got my first kill there. I'm kind of learning it a bit. Like, I gotta change my camera angles. Like, I can't use the same camera angles on mobile as I do on PC. So that's kind of how I'm learning to get the hang of the kills here. So I mean, hopefully we can get something nice, but in the meantime, if you are enjoying the series, it would mean the world to me if you could like, comment, subscribe, all of that kind of stuff. It really helps the channel out. I really do appreciate you guys' support so far. We are on our way to 800 subscribers. So again, yeah, all of your support means the world. Let's get back to it. Okay, yeah. I'm kind of mad here. I mean, I'm not mad, obviously. So I wasn't recording. This is wild. I was doing a little bit of mobile Leviathan. I wasn't recording it. I was just sitting there, you know, rocking my baby to sleep, and I was like, you know what? Let's see if we can get a couple kills here. And next thing I know, I think I was like 2 or 3 kills into an inventory, and I get a vestige drop. And I was blown away by this, right? Because I was literally just complaining last week that I am 300 kills dry for anything on the unique drop table. And here we go, getting another vestige. So that means that in those 300 kills, I rolled the unique drop table 3 more times and got the vestige every single time. I don't know what the odds are on that, but that's definitely very lucky. So we're sitting at 3 vestiges now at 1900 kills. So I guess technically we are now lucky on vestiges, right? But still obviously very unlucky on the lore. But this is actually huge for the account. This puts me at, I think, 1.2 bill bank value. And it puts my cash stack right at about 330 mil. So I have a plan. Let's run over it real quick. The Zaryte crossbow is actually best in slot at Leviathan. It's currently sitting at 322 million GP. Using this weapon with enchanted ruby bolts, I should be able to cut a significant amount of time off my current personal best, which is about 1 minute and 38 seconds. The only downside to this is that I can no longer use the webweaver bow for the enrage phase to finish it off quickly. This will be a bit of an adjustment in my strategy for sure, but I think it will be super beneficial for me in the long run. Another question you might be asking is, well, what about the rebuild? Why am I spending my cash stack when I'm just about to sell it all for the shadow? Well, the short answer is, we don't know how long that's going to take. I may be over 1900 kills deep on Leviathan, but I am no closer to the drop now than I was when I first started this journey. If I'm going to be stuck here for a while longer, I might as well find any way I can to both shorten the fight and freshen it up a bit. And hey, the crossbow is currently at the lowest point it's ever been. With any luck, the value will go back up even a little bit, and maybe we can profit when starting that rebuild. Also, the Zaryte crossbow is great at lots of different content, so let's do a few kills. Okay, so after that vestige drop, we got ourselves a nice little Zaryte crossbow and a twisted buckler, I don't really have very good range armor aside from crystal armor, and I guess I have some blessed d'hide. But yeah, Zaryte crossbow, currently 322 mil GP, lowest it's ever been, so hopefully, again, we can profit a little bit when we do end up selling this back for the rebuild, but you'll have to forgive me if I'm just absolutely insane for using the crystal armor here. I kind of want to test it out. I did some number crunching on GearScape, and it looks like this is slightly better than just using blessed d'hide. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'm also a little worried about these ruby dragon bolts. They are pretty expensive at almost 3,600 a pop. So I may not continue to use the ruby dragon bolts. I may end up switching to just regular ruby bolts, but I don't know. Let's give it a shot. All right. Okay, gotta make sure I got my prayers. Did I just... Wait, can you miss this spec? I thought the spec gave you a guaranteed hit, but I don't know. Maybe... I guess it just guarantees the proc of the bolt, but... I don't know. The fact that I just missed that, definitely not feeling too hot about that. I don't know. Let's... Okay, the wiki is saying that I should switch to the blowpipe after 350 damage if I'm not wearing the vestige ring. So we're gonna switch over to that here, see if we can you know, polish it off. All right, here we go. Let's see how we do. All right, I don't know why my my entity hider is or sorry, not entity hider. My NPC highlights are not functioning right now. So, oh no, oh no, no, this is so bad. Oh, please. Oh my goodness. Please just die. Dude, you know, my biggest fear when it comes to getting Leviathan kills, and that was, yeah, 2 minutes 35 seconds, that was terrible. My biggest fear when getting Leviathan kills is that I'm going to kill the Leviathan at the same time that I die and get the lore, and then I won't be in the instance anymore. I honestly don't know what I would do if that happened. But let's give it another shot here. Here we go. I was not ready for this to start. I was too busy yapping. Hold on, I gotta heal up here, see if I can get a nice little spec. Okay, 2 in a row. All right, man. Yeah, 525 damage before even starting the first special attack. That's pretty good with those 2 specs I got there, but I know I could definitely do better than that. Dude, there is no way we've missed 2 of these already. What a scam. Alright, starting the enrage phase again. Let's see if we can do a little bit better this time. This is definitely a lot harder. I definitely have to count my ticks a lot better when I'm doing this, and I need to learn how to catch up. Alright, okay, another kill finished. Oh my gosh, never lucky. Alright, another trip, here we go. I actually did switch to d'hide for this because I realized it was using charges on the crystal body and I just didn't want to spend the extra money. Alright, nice little start. 2 in a row, okay. Alright, 37, no back, 3 back, that's alright, that's alright. Nice little 41 though. Dude, we're hitting high on this guy right now. Okay, 3? Alright, wait, hold on. 4? Oh, dude! Okay, hold on. We gotta lock in here. We gotta lock in. This is incredible. 5! Oh my goodness, 5 specs. Okay, yeah, this is definitely... Oh my gosh, we didn't even get to the first special attack. Alright, here we go. Let's finish this off. Definitely a nice little PB here. Okay, what did we end up with there? 1:14 and the Leviathan Speed Chaser combat achievement. Boys, I'm loving this Zaryte crossbow, man. Holy cow, that was phenomenal. Alright, I did switch over to standard ruby bolt here, and I missed my first spec, so bad sign, but here we go. Okay, there's a little bolt proc. There's something I actually learned the hard way here is that there's actually reduced damage during this phase. I actually did not realize that, and I used a bolt proc there and only hit like a 73 or something. Bingo, there we go. All right. Like, actually, your brain though. Oh, little supply drop. All right, 1968 kills. That is actually where I'm going to have to call it for the week. I don't have as much time as I thought right now. Very eventful week, actually. You know, with the third vestige drop and the Zaryte crossbow, things are really looking up. But again, thanks so much for your support, guys. If you would love to support the channel, if you could like, comment, or subscribe, that would, again, mean the world to me. You know, I'm feeling very excited about this Zaryte crossbow here, man. I feel like I have a new lease on life with this. So, excited for things to come. Hopefully I can maybe get 99 agility. If you guys want to join the Dadscape chat, you know, I might do a little, you know, celebration for 99 agility as we move on to the next step. But yeah, you know, good things happening. But thank you so much for watching. You have a good weekend.